Born in the Netherlands in 1988, Esme Denters had dreams of singing to audiences across the world. Determined to turn her dreams into realities, in August 2006, she created a YouTube account and began uploading videos of herself singing cover songs online. Soon enough, her videos quickly gained traction, and within months, her videos began receiving millions of views. The fact Esme managed to procure so many views so quickly is testament to her appeal and her fortunate timing. Esme is naturally pretty. She's got fantastic hair and an earnest, beautiful face, big blue eyes, and a crisp, sweet, clear singing voice. Even in those halcyon days of 2006, when grainy 720 footage was a luxury, Esme's appeal easily pierces through the screen. Esme uploaded her singing videos during the burgeoning days of social media, and there was a real excitement in the air that Esme tapped into. We'd had over a decade of singing competition TV shows producing bankable pop stars, and MySpace had already helped launch the careers of artists like Kelby Calais, Kate Nash, and Lily Allen. So the obvious question was, why couldn't YouTube do the same? It wouldn't be long before the music industry took notice of this new platform, and papers were even reporting a bidding war frenzy had begun around Esme Denters. In June 2007, it was announced that Justin Timberlake had chosen Esme Denters to be his first signed artist on his brand new record label, 10 Man Records, an imprint label for Interscope. This turnaround was miraculous. In under a year, Esme had gone from uploading videos of herself singing in her living room to rubbing shoulders with Justin Timberlake and other industry greats like Oprah. She was now officially a signed act to a mainstream record label, and she had successfully entered the music industry. Goodbye YouTube, hello records. With millions of people already aware of who she was and millions more people watching her videos, it looked like the world was about to see the rise of the first ever YouTube superstar. Choosing not to rush in on and capitalise on Esme's current viral popularity and risk tarnishing her as a novelty act, Justin Timberlake and his label made the prescient decision to get Esme in the studio first and enlist the work of music producers and writers to cultivate a body of original music for Esme. This was to ensure that she can be launched as a serious pop act and not a YouTube novelty. In 2009, Ken Commissar, an executive for 10 Man Records, said the following during an interview with The Guardian. When we first signed Esme, a bunch of different TV networks came to us and said, "Hey, let's do a reality series on her." But there's a shared emotion and spirit that goes on in the creative process, and the idea of opening it up to the public without any controls was something we didn't see as a benefit. Plus, they would have tried to do the kind of sensationalized reality series that diminishes the quality and credibility of an artist. That wasn't our instinct. 10 Man Records and Esme would spend over a year writing and recording and developing a marketing plan, and in spring of 2009, the label decided it was time to launch Esme's mainstream pop career. Esme's debut single would be Outta Here. It's a heavy up-tempo dance pop song with her signature gentle R&B vocal stylings. This song is the most 2009 song to ever 2009. The single would receive a staggered launch. The label initially launched the single in her native Netherlands in April 2009, and the single performed well, peaking at number 2 on the Dutch singles chart. The next territory of focus would be the UK, where the single was released in August 2009. Reception to the song in the UK was also promising, managing to peak at number 7 on the UK singles charts and spending 12 weeks on the charts altogether. Finally, in September 2009, the single was released in the UK, but it failed to chart. The single's performance had shown promise in various markets, but it couldn't be considered a worldwide smash. Considering Esme had already amassed millions of views on YouTube, this result must have felt underwhelming to everyone involved. Undeterred, 10 Man marched on. A second song from the album, Admit It, was selected as a second single. Following very closely to the star of her first single, Admit It is a dance pop number. Side note, Admit It is an absolute bop. That's probably my favourite song from the entire album. I cannot believe this single was slept on. It's so good. The single was released in September 2009 in the Netherlands, but it peaked at a modest 28, not great, and it fared even worse in the UK when it peaked outside the top 50 at number 56 when released in December. 10 Man Records decided not to release Admit It in the USA. So far, 2 singles in, one's done okay, one's done terribly. Regardless, 10 Man Records still persevered, clearly believing in Esme, and they released her album finally in the UK. However, the chart performance was abysmal. It appeared for 1 week, peaking at 48, and then disappeared from the chart, never to be seen again. Things at this point must have gotten desperate at 10 Man Records, as the label decided to give the Out to Here era one bold final push. Hoping to harness the star power of Justin Timberlake to jumpstart Esme's flailing pop career debut, the label released a third single, Love Dealer. Love Dealer is a meandering pop dance number between Esme and Justin Timberlake, and it was released in May 2010 in the USA. The label committed to the release, and they recorded a music video, and the single saw an official release on iTunes. However, it simply wasn't to be. The single completely failed to chart in the USA, and charted at a miserable, bitter 68 in the UK. The single did slightly fare better in the Netherlands, where it peaked to 32. Esme may have been a love dealer, but she wasn't a hit dealer. The album was quietly released in the USA at the close of August 2010. But like Esme's the following month, 10 Man Records released Esme's debut album in the Netherlands, also titled It Failed to Chart. Like its namesake final limp, Out Here the also reached the top 5 in the Netherlands. The YouTube views had been deceiving. There simply wasn't enough worldwide interest in Esme Denter's music, or her as a pop act. This particular YouTube experiment had failed.